What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's video. Me and my wife are out here in the Everglades and we are on a peacock bass feeding frenzy. So today I'm going to do a little jerkbait video, a little how-to. This is the jerkbait I'm using. This is a KVD Strike King jerkbait. I'm not sure the exact size, but it's one of the smaller ones. Still very good for largemouth bass. And we're going to be using it today for peacock bass. The peacocks in here are out of control. They are vicious and they are ready to eat. We threw live bait earlier today and we got a few, but we just switched over to artificial and these fish are going nuts. Conditions today are like probably low 70s, upper 60s with about 10-mile-an-hour wind. So really what we're doing today is we're looking for spots that are got some fish activity, and we're going to throw this bait in there and see if we can catch a couple peacocks on the jerkbait. Let's do it.
I'm be extra cautious about it.
So I'm keeping that jerkbait nice and close to the edge. And I'm doing a hard twitch, like just a really hard, and I'm pulling it about 2 foot in at a time. And then I know it's micro amounts, but I'm also letting it pause for just a second. And that pause is obviously when these peacocks are gonna come up there and just crank on him. So he definitely took it in the mouth. He's hooked in the side now, but that's what happens when you fish jerkbaits. My wife is throwing a flicker shad, and I think she just hooked up with a donkey. So peacocks are where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't trade peacocks for nothing. I think they're one of the hardest freshwater fighting fish there are. That little golden flicker shad's where it's at.
Ah.
Oh, she lost hers, but that's okay. Well, Liz has hooked up with another fish while I'm still trying to release this guy. This is insanity, people. You got to get out here and try this. Oh, she's hooked in the weeds. I'm gonna let you go now. Yeah, there he is. Start fighting, start fighting. Yep, you got him. Beautiful. That's an awesome looking fish. That is gorgeous.
Huge.
There's Liz's beautiful jerkbait fish. She's using the little flicker shad, and it's a really small one. And I got to be honest, the hooks on the flicker shad are pretty suckish. Here's what she is throwing currently, and they're loving it. So another beautiful peacock. Let's get back in there and rip some more lips.
They're just so much fun.
This is 100%. This is the fishing trip of a lifetime right now. I don't know if we'll ever be able to do something this awesome again.
Literally, be coolest thing.
22 seconds to hook up, and about 7 of them was me just trying to get started. She's doubled up too. What the heck? Another peacock. There he goes. Fishing's obviously not always going to be this easy, but you kind of got to figure out your target species and go from there. So what we're doing today is peacocks, obviously, and we're really working that bait hard because these fish are so aggressive. Other times when these fish aren't that aggressive, you can go a little bit slower and work it just in some shallower water and, you know, take your time. But today you can really be hard and aggressive on these fish because they're just going to town. I mean, there's another one. So I think a lot of them are hanging out in that like little center canal there. And that canal goes deep into the Everglades. Right now we're just on the main canals, which is where pretty much only outboards can be. But that airboat path in the middle is where a lot of them are going.
Oh yeah.
She's hooked up too, and mine's in the bottom of the boat. Oh, you busted a hook off.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so depressed.
I've got one more, but it's a white one. I don't think I have another gold one.
I like my little guy.
Peacock bass craziness. One's Liz's. I'm not sure which one it is, but look at this. This is insane. This is like 50 peacocks now. What a great day. All right, we're gonna go for the double release now. Double peacocks. There they go. This is ridiculous, guys. You gotta get out here and you gotta try these jerkbaits. This is incredible. Yep. I just got nailed. Literally right off that edge, that's where they're at. You can see one right here too, but the closer you can get to that weed. Liz is hooked. She's hooked up. Nope, you lost him.
I got nervous because he went straight for those weeds again.
What in the world is going on, people? Come on now. Call me Kevin Van Dam. This is the best day of fishing probably in my life. Straight up, I mean, she's hooked up. She's hooked up. I mean, what more can you do?
You can barely get one in without the next person coming in.
Yep. One down, hook in hand. It's okay.
Awesome.
So with jerkbaits, you can use a few different kinds of line, obviously. I've got monofilament on mine, and she has braid. You know, it depends on how big these fish are.
Let me just tell you, I lost a fish and then caught a fish.
She's got another one on there. Monofilament's kind of cool because it stretches, but it's probably not the best for jerkbaits. I would say for jerkbaits, you probably want to use like a braid that doesn't stretch, because you're jerking really, really hard. And when you go to set the hook, mono is probably not a good idea. This is what I had in the boat today, so that's what we're using, just 10-pound monofilament. And we've got another double, another one back in the water. So the fishing is out of control right now.
Look at this.
I'm hooked up, Paul. Oh, it come off, no. So the only reason that one came off is because I'm talking to you.
Really?
Hey, happy birthday.
That was the coolest.
Hey, happy birthday, Dad.
Thank you.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
just give me like 2 more casts. I want to dedicate one of these fish to you.
Okay. I think we're gonna have the fish check.
That's dirty. Oh, good catch. Snagged it?
No.
No, you get it in the mouth and then it's the artificial.
And then it pops out and it gets him on the top.
Yeah, that's funky.
But we probably caught about 60 like this. Just beautiful peacocks. This is probably one of the smallest ones. This is like the worst dry spell I've had since we started.
But the other day you had much bigger ones.
Yeah. Today we've had pretty decent sized ones.
Some of them are nice size, but the numbers.
Can you eat those crazy things?
I suppose you probably could. I don't think very many people do, though. Hey, Dad, this one's dedicated just to you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Happy birthday. How old are you now, 75?
No, 36.
That's a lie. Reverse the numbers, maybe.
Yeah.
It was 55 this morning when we came out, so it was pretty cold. Think there's any down here?
That's what I was just at. And then I wrapped my line.
What the hell's going on with this thing? Well, either way, at least there's one. Another one on the jerkbait. Listen to the rattles in that thing. That's another big key, is if you want to get a good jerkbait, get one that's got some rattles in it, because that's really gonna piss the fish off. Look at this. This is nuts. Doubled up on peacocks in the Everglades for like the 500th time. This is nuts. Another hog. Look at that thing. Beautiful fish.
So pretty.
What blows me away too is that we're not catching any largemouth in here. We caught one largemouth on live bait hours ago. That just kind of shows you who's the dominant fish in here. I mean, these peacocks are for sure running the show. There he is. There's one. Another peacock. Beautiful one. What an insane looking fish. What a great day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video of a little jerkbait action. Liz has actually busted hooks off of her lures. I mean, these fish are so aggressive. You gotta come out and you gotta try and throw something like an X-Wrap or some kind of striking, you know, just jerkbaits in general. Jerkbaits is what these fish love because they're so aggressive. That jerk pause motion, and then when you pause it, they come up and they just fire on that thing and they hit it so hard. This is by far the best fishing experience I've ever had in my life out here in the Everglades. The peacocks are nuts. We're in a spot right now that is notorious for, you know, not having peacocks. but they're all congregated here for some reason. I don't really know what's going on. Also, our boat is supposed to be returned because we rented it at 1 o'clock and it's 1:08 and we're an hour and a half from the boat ramp. So we're going to be late. But I want to say thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is by far the best peacock fishing I've ever seen. Best fishing, period. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Make sure you guys come out and check the Everglades out because it's ridiculously good at times. And we were expecting not the greatest because it was 55 when we showed up. So you just never know what's going to happen. Give it a try. You're not going to catch any fish from your couch. And that's a wrap. 2021 Everglades trip. Holy smokes. We slayed them. We'll be back out here again. I can't wait to come back. I don't know if we'll ever catch that many peacocks ever again in my life, because that was probably pushing 50 today. What an insane day. 2 Oscars, 1 largemouth, and like 50 peacocks.